Welcome back in, builders. We're going to do a little bit of Rimworld tonight and see if we can progress a little further. Last time on our return episode, we started digging into the asteroid and making it a little bit of a home for ourselves. It's going all right. We are on kind of both a supply limit and thus a time limit. We have a decent amount of fuel stored here, and I believe our ship is fully fueled up, but this is not going to last forever. We are definitely going to run out of fuel, and for the time being we are mostly running off of solar. However, that's because we are supplementing that with power from the ship. When we leave with the ship, we are going to not have all that volumetric power generation, and we will probably see a lot more use on these chem fuel generators. Right now we have some fuel here, but this isn't a ton, so we do need to kind of watch ourselves. We did manage to finish up the grav anchor, just barely had enough supplies for this. Our number one thing we're missing at the moment is plasteel, weapons, armor, ship upgrades, some high-tech stuff we would like to add. Plasteel is definitely going to be our holdup, so we're going to definitely be on the lookout for that. I have started building storage things over here, and we are trying to get stuff off the ship because we are going to take the ship back to the surface. Hopefully we'll be able to maybe hit a quest or something, but otherwise basically we need to make more fuel, get more steel. I see right here we have 150 still on the ship. It's down to important, perfect, and critical. Okay, so that'll get moved. I think I need to take the fuel out of here too. So what are you on? You're on important. I would like you to be critical. And you're on critical. I would like you to be important. So we're going to take the excess fuel off of the ship. You are fueled up, right? We are losing some power, but that's okay. We are running all right. We did set ourselves up with 28 triple batteries. Again, we have some high-tech batteries we'd love to build, but plasteel is the premium at the moment. Beyond those, we're doing all right. Let's actually, I say that. Mox, would you get the guys to go recharge? And we'll do that. Okay, on the ship itself, we got some bioferrite, some components, a little bit of plastic and uranium. Okay, you're broke again. Now, I'll get to you in a second. Let's do that in a minute. Okay, so bioferrite needs to come off. Let's do this. So bioferrite, plasteel, uranium. Bio. And we like the plasteel and the uranium. It's definitely not a drug. Uranium. Yep, get all that off the ship. Okay, we have backstone blocks. How are you still here? Are you just not moved yet? You're just not moved yet. I am telling them to move quite a lot of things here. Vac suit can stay here. The pants can stay here. The cloth should probably come out. Why do we have bio-coated stuff here? No bio-coated, please. That's not going to get unloaded anytime soon, though. That's going to be really annoying. I think the rest can probably just stay here. That's all right. Quest expired. Heath of Felon. Oh, right. They want me to go somewhere and get one. Not at the moment. No, thank you. That's not what we're interested in. Okay, other than that, we still have all the beds here. We haven't taken anything vital off. The med supplies are here. Now, the dangerous thing we're going to have, well, besides Star looking like she's going to have a break any second. What is your problem, Star? No recent conquest. She's really mad that we haven't had a conquest. Saw corpses. Okay, that is something we could work on. I'm kind of thinking we need to move this a little further away. Let's do that. So we'll paste settings. We'll delete that. Yeah, let's push those a little bit further out. That's the last thing we need is trouble with that. I also see we have a little bit of steel that could be smelted. Am I running a smelter over here? No, but we could definitely turn the one on the ship on. And we could get that real quick. I don't think we're not in a super duper rush. Like, we've got food. I say a little nervously because those look a lot more empty than they were before. We also need to dump this tox waste somewhere, so another reason that we should probably hit the surface. We are growing some food here. I probably should get some storage for that. Are you set up to do that? So now this is gonna be a little awkward because I don't want to take it off the ship either. So like, you guys are unimportant. Let's put this to important and let's add rice here. I don't think they'll shift things around, and I think they'll drop it off the closest one. So that'll be all right. We do have to decide, is someone going to stay here or are we all leaving? If they're going to stay here, we could leave the shuttle in case of emergency. If we're also going to only have one person here, we probably should get some turrets up. Yeah, let's do that. So security, we have an autocannon turret, which we definitely can't afford, and we have a mini turret. Now, steel wise, we have 241. That is basically nothing. So we could drop a turret, I suppose. That does not make me feel very safe. On the bright side, I guess it can cover basically everything here. Okay, I could hook into the power from right there. Again, the danger with doing something like this is really going to encourage them to try alternative tactics rather than just assaulting my front door. But I guess we're just going to let that happen. Not too much I can do about that. Okay. I'm asleep. Yeah, my engines. Yeah, we have a design flaw here. We can't get out to where our engines are for repairs. So pretty big oversight. In fact, let's go ahead and reinstall you. I don't know, like over here. It's probably going to be ruined. They'll have to do that. That is not what I need you doing at the moment, man. We're going to fly. I need this to be flight ready. Are you just not able to even reach it? That may be the case. What if we reinstalled this over here? What did I get out there last time? I can't even remember. Yeah, we were gonna try to make a catwalk and we ran out of plasteel. So that did not happen. I guess we could move those somehow, maybe. Yeah. If we go to the world map, one other thing I'm kind of noticing that's making me really nervous, we're not getting the normal sites that you get on the surface for like a wood cutting site that we could raid. And that's making me very, very, very nervous because we need those because we are raiders. And if we go to space, I don't think we're getting those either. Those do not seem like the normal things. So, yeah, I don't love that. I wish we were still getting some down on the surface. We do have a celebration of starships available. Do we have the supplies to build one even? Ideology, this. Let's do it, I guess, inside. I guess we have our little fake ideology room for the moment. A little bit of cloth, a little bit of wood. Yeah, we totally can make that. All right. Take care of that, please. All right, you. Can I wake you up and get inside the ship just so that you're here? There you go. Okay, I'm not able to get to either one of these apparently, which is weird because I thought we did that last time. How did I get out there? I have no idea. All right, what if... Okay, floor would have to be a tile and it would have to be out of vaxstone. It's gonna be a little... Of course it loads right when I'm clicking. a little bit weird, but oh, am I not allowed to? Oh, right. We were able to do this, but it had to be like bridges. It wasn't able to be made out of standard floor. Structure. So why am I having a moment about bridges? Oh, because they're over here. All right, can we, and definitely not out of wood, so we'd have to go up to here, which is steel. I can't afford that either. Yeah, Philip, it is a bridge. We were kind of doing this at one point. Not here, somewhere we were doing it, but I don't have the steel for that. We moved this wall before. I don't know why I'm struggling with being able to move it this time. All right, you reinstall. All right, this is just gonna be weird, but yeah, it is what it is. Go over here. Yeah, there we go. Go over there. I just need to get out there to fix this one engine at least, if not to fully perform maintenance. I don't want to put more vac doors on here because these do use 50 watts each, and it's not like I can turn them off because then they just open up. We just need some more plasteel because I'm going to make this a bigger room, and then we won't have this issue. We'll probably shift this freezer down a little bit or something. We'll shift it around a little bit. Having this exterior chem fuel tank also makes me pretty nervous. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Okay, we did build that. Let's run that quick. So we are going to do our celebration of starships. Everyone's going to show up. Begin. Nothing says a celebration of starships like a few tailpipes having sparklers in them. Everyone gonna show up? They are, all right. Yeah, right now the number one thing I could do to make people happy would be to go on a raid. I'm a little put out that they don't have any space raids. That seems very weird to me. Yeah, I don't think any of these are gonna count as raids. What we'll probably need to do is land on the surface and then we'll get one of those to generate and then we'll shuttle over to it. That's gonna be really annoying actually. I may have to look and see if there's somebody that added a mod that fixes that. What I want is I want them to notify me of raid sites on the surface that are reachable from my current map would be how that would need to work. So a little bit awkward on that one. Are we gonna actually succeed? I know this is a pretty crappy little room. We're not in like super need of the development points, but it never hurts. Boring. -1 mood. Also, I appreciate the gumption, Lucy, of carrying a fire foam, but you're literally the person who's going to make fire, so you're not the person that's going to be carrying that around. Ruin, you would be a much better person to carry a fire foam around. And you had a tornado generator on you. Well, isn't that rather dangerous? I did not know you were carrying that around. Okay, how are we doing on the unloading? Where is Lifty? No, not Sweepy. Or Holly. You're wandering. Okay, so does that mean that you're done unloading what I told you to unload? So we've got some cloth, we've got some weapons, we have unloaded the fuel. Wood. Wood should probably come out too. I think for that one, I'm just gonna zone. This is probably way more than I need. Just wood. We're all wood. Critical. And important. All right, let's get that off. And then, like I said, we need to decide if we're going to leave somebody here or not. We don't have to, but they also can raid me while I'm not here. So that would be pretty dangerous. Although staying here is dangerous too, so I don't really have a good solution for that. We really could use some recruits. I guess to that end, I guess we could use this as a prison room. Let's actually do that. Now let's get ourselves a steel door here. And actually, you know what? Oh, of course, now they deconstruct the beds. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's throw a couple more down. If we get some bad ones, we'll throw those into the prison. We do have a turret up and running. We have unloaded everything. I guess I'd have to unload the food too if I wanted to leave somebody here, which would kind of be annoying. Normal bed and a good bed. Okay, well, if we need it, we can stuff some sleeping spots in there. The rice is gonna need harvesting. Who would I leave? I guess that is Star or Scar. Who's doing my growing? It's just Star at the moment. Scar could help, but Scar's also the main refinery guy who's probably gonna have some work to do wherever we go. So maybe Star stays? That's still making me kind of leery. I think everyone has to go, and we'll just eat the loss of a crop if we take a while. Essentially, I would want to land somewhere and only stay with the amount of time it takes me to recharge the engines. The poor man just can't stop streaming. I'm trying not to, Slice. The second I let myself break schedule, it's really hard to get back on it. So I'm gonna at least try to keep our Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and probably Sunday going the best I can. Not showing very great turnout though for the last couple, which makes me a little nervous about the time change. Some of that's just gonna be from changing time slots, but as I've been mentioning, I'm back at work, so I literally get home at this time. There's nothing else I can do about it. Okay, I think everyone's gonna go, and nobody has anything to do, so let's get this done. So I want the bots. The bots. Where are you guys? Mox, you stay here. Mox, Sweepy, come here, Sweepy. Get on the ship, Sweepy. Mox, come here. Sweepy, come here. Both of you get on the ship. Get on the ship. Okay. You can be let go. Sweepy, you stay here. Okay, let's launch. We're gonna have Mox and Scar and everyone else. We're gonna begin. All right, warm up the engines. The 5 remaining engines with our one that's blown out. All right, we need to hit surface. We have very little showing. A distress signal? Do I want to show up on some anomaly junk? Not really. There is stuff to scavenge there. An ancient complex. I kind of want wood though, if we're going to have to produce a bunch of fuel. But yeah, this is pretty crap, if I'm being honest. We could land here. A mechanoid relay. That may have some grav panel potential. A chem fuel refinery? I mean, that would not be a terrible thing to hit, although the map's kind of small. I guess we're going to hit the mechanoid relay. All right. Area has high volcanic... You know what? Let's not land our ship next to a volcano when I don't have experience with volcanic terrain. That seems like that's probably going to make me have an oopsie. And I'm pretty happy not having an oopsie. The refinery then? I think the refinery is going to be it. We have to pray that we get at least the amount of fuel it costs us to land here, though. All right, let's do it. I love this graphic. It's very satisfying. Another one of my engines blew out while we were waiting. This is the last day as a member. No problem, Slice. Like I said before, always take care of yourself first. I appreciate the support you've had. All right, please be very generous with the loot generation. Okay, well, at least the trees aren't like tiny mounts. We got a bunch of chem fuel trucks. Okay, it looks like this is a complex. A generator. All right, now I want to try to land without squishing too much. So let's move landing zone. I want to rotate you. This is where our main entrance spot is going to be. I think we will just have to crush stuff over here. I'm not hitting too many trees. Could be closer, but I would take out more trees in doing so. So I think we are just going to take the spot here. So let's land. Another complex over here, it looks like, possibly. All right, confirm landing zone. Okay, Sweepy, you're good. Holly, you're good. Do we have anything on map that's super dangerous? A grizzly bear and a bunch of insects. Okay, not too bad. All right, step one, we need wood, and let's turn this on. And bills, unsuspend, make chem fuel out of wood. Orders, chop the wood. Just literally all the wood. We'll start with that. Remind me, how long until we're recharged? Only 1.8 days. Wow, okay. So we would love to be just in and out of this quick. Step 2 would be some steel. Yep, mine that steel vein. There's got to be more than that. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on those insects. Those are no less dangerous than they were before. I really just like how many insects are on this map. They may need to get got before I can mine this. That just seems like that's a trap. Okay, there's a relay station. This is really infested. Okay, this looks relatively safe. Okay, let's give them a second. No, we no longer need to do these anymore. Yeah, we leave that alone. Yep, we're coming out here to fix things. Interesting, this broke. This incident must not be part of the Fluffy mod, because he had to bring a component over here to fix that. I'm also kind of short on components, so that's a little worrisome. Hey, Dimbones, man, how's it going, man? I'm just gonna have to get used to probably smaller crowds since we're starting kind of late for a lot of the planet for these weekday streams. Just out of curiosity, since I do have a couple of the member people here, when like last night I threw up a members first video and it always tells me it notifies people. Do any of you actually get notified when something posts to members first? I don't have a good way of testing that. And I just thought it was weird how little look it had gotten. Although maybe the interest, maybe I misread the interests. So that also could be a factor. Okay, we will also collect the berries because there's no reason not to. And the heal root. Okay, we will let everyone rest. And then tomorrow, if your name isn't Star, I think we'll have everyone else probably make a run at starting to clear this out. I'm hoping for some, like, couple thousand fuel would be ideal. You got notified by YouTube having issues, it wouldn't start the video. Okay, good to know. Yeah, it also, so I just tell YouTube just auto-place ads on videos, and it didn't do that. Like, it didn't have it done when I got home today, when normally that doesn't take very long, so. I know YouTube's had a couple things on the back end that they've been having problems with. Moore said it didn't notify you. Dimmones man did, and so did Slice. Okay. Yeah, it's very frustrating because it's always hard to tell whether it's YouTube or user settings that are blocking things. And that's for just like literally everything you do on your channel. You just never know what's the actual cause of anything. No, it should let you in as long as you're a member. It's gonna go live tomorrow morning. No, it's not like it's super far out, but yeah, just weird. Are we having a party? Oh, whoa, I almost missed something here. Ruin and Mox are beginning their marriage ceremony. I guess they decided they wanted to get married back on the planet still. All right, well, nobody better interrupt this. Ruin and Mox have married. Colonists are celebrating the occasion. I am celebrating having an extra bed and hey, getting auto moved. Excellent. All right, well, now that we're married, we can go clear out this ancient refinery together. As you do. I don't want to interrupt their wedding reception, but I also kind of want to get clearing these ruins. And we had an eclipse. It's a sign. It's a sign. Okay, Star, come over here. Everyone else get over here. Mox, I need you to get these boyos on escort. All right, you guys head on over. Who are you? Anna Berry, a villager of people we like, so I probably won't kidnap you. A vengeful nudist. All right, well, you do you. You do you. Good luck with that. Okay, well, it's been a while since we've had to do door clearing. I heard something turn on. It's gonna be you. A hunter drone. HE come up here. Mox, pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Get out your revolver. Pull back. Take your shot. Then pull back. Okay. Nice try. Not today, hunter drone. Not today. Okay, chem fuel canister. We'll open those at some point. Okay, hold this open. Hold that open when you get there. All right, come down here. Over here. All right, do it. We already know that this place is booby trapped, so get in the closet. Get that door next. You come down, you come down. Dead body, ancient destroyed console. We have an ancient uplink. Okay, Mox, get on that. Everyone else go set up for the next door. Literally another closet. The second I stop being super duper careful and clearing doors like this will be the second that something actually spawns in one of these and kills me. So I just got to make sure I stay nice and patient here. Keep that held open. Okay, here we go. That's... these I think we will probably deconstruct. And I'll claim and uninstall one of these. We can take that back for our base. Ancient explosives crate. Explodes if damaged. Good to know. A mining charge. I wouldn't mind taking those with. A hunter trap. My. What do we have here? All right, pull back. This should have been held open. Pull back. Pull back. Yep, you go there. Get your first shot off. Then run. Good luck, team. Good job, team. All right, I feel like we're getting a little bit of a handle on those little things. All right, let's No, let's do the close stuff first. Keep that held open. Okay, so far I'm not super impressed. Oh, I can't go out of her range. Mox's hacking has been detected. She's been locked out. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. All right, come over here. Come over here. Open that. All right, so, I mean, I wish those were at least full stacks, but it's better than nothing, I guess. All right, up here, hold open. Open. All right, I mean, it's not a terrible amount. It's better than nothing. Plus, it's stuff I don't have to actually work for. A bunch more refineries, and these will provide some metal too, so there's that. Right, down here. Another uplink satellite. I'm very worried about all these chem fuel stains on the floor. It seems like a danger. I don't think, guys, I don't think this place is OSHA compliant. I just have this weird feeling. Like they're not really concerned with my safety. And mining charge, uninstall. Yeah, we'll take those back. I guess we could take these ancient explosive crates too. Okay, don't actually have any fuel. We have this room that has no door. I have no door and yet I must loot. Deconstruct that wall. You guys come over here. Okay, it was like a courtyard. Area revealed. Yeah, I see that. Okay, everyone's free. Mox tomorrow will come back in here and continue on with the hacking. Ancient machining table. I wonder if these are going to be worth any steel. We don't really have... Are these worth any steel? We don't really have as much steel to mine safely as I would have liked. We can fight the insects, but I mean, that's going to be a whole ordeal, so... We will probably before we leave. How long do we have? 7 hours? I could get out of here that easy. Mega sloth meat decomposed. How did that happen? Because I don't have this turned on. That would do it. That would do it. That's a little disappointing. Almost as disappointing as nobody coming over here to flip that switch. All right, Mox, when you're done with your self-auto chess battle, would you go turn that off? You're just really going to town on that. You're literally playing chess for multiple hours. That was a little strange. Okay, so already our steel's looking a lot nicer than it did before. The fuel situation... We got a ways to go. We got a ways to go. But that's okay. We will definitely get there. Lucy, how you feel? Oh, no. We have the Luciferium with us, don't we? We do need to keep an eye on that. That's the last thing we would need. Yeah, I would like to not be here extra time, so yeah, we are chopping. Yeah, good job, Star. Star's in her element. She hates trees, so she's ripping them out as fast as possible. Maybe that's why she wanted to live in space. Also, I see something blinking red at me. That's usually a bad sign. Don't blow up the anima tree. We'll harvest everything here too. Yeah, we're just gonna strip the map. All right, who's doing what where? All right, it's blowing up. Get out of there. That's gonna be really annoying. All right, is that because I fiddled with it, or did something else happen I didn't know about? All right, well, hey, it didn't start a fire. That's something. Okay, refinery. We will need to set up this storage. A biofuel refinery is allowed to be stored here. Yes. Okay. Making progress. Have we filled these up? Full, not full, full. Okay, so this one needs to be filled up next. The eclipse is ending. All right. All right, good job, Lucy. Yeah, this. I'm kind of gonna play through this relatively quick because I mean, we're literally here to strip the place. Not a lot of thought needed. Just take the stuff. Yeah, maybe it went off because I was fiddling with this, or maybe it was another booby trap. So we won't fiddle with that. Quest available workers. He wants a colonist to help him do harvesting. He's offering a gene pack. I actually wouldn't mind that, but I'm not going to stay here for time, so no on that one. Actually, the other thing I wanted, we need a raid site. We need that real bad. Because we were at like negative 12 because we haven't raided somebody. That's going to become more and more of a problem. I'm going to have to think about that. That's really annoying if space doesn't have raid sites. Out of curiosity, is anyone running a mod that would do that? Add raid sites to space platforms or meteorites or anything? Power's doing fine. And we're starting to store fuel. We're also not going to have enough room for all this wood that we're harvesting. You were storing kibble. All right, we'll add wood to your storage. A few berries have been pulled in. Boy, she is just ripping through those trees. All right, while we're waiting, let's take all this apart. Marble, You know, actually, I would not mind grabbing that marble either. We can make statues and stuff out of that. I don't believe Vaxstone's very beautiful, so it's not a very good ingredient for art. And I need to figure out some more storage for this. I guess it all comes down to we just need more room. We have like 400-ish, well, 464 extra tiles. So I need more plasteel, basically. With more plasteel, we can put more floor. With more floor, I can put more storage. Yeah, fit 7 more stacks of wood there. And we've actually emptied this out, so we can get some more there. Thumbos, hide in room star. Star, really? Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Also, are you guys powered? Yeah. Current power use low. Oh, maybe when they're exposed to vacuum, their power use goes up. That kind of makes sense. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Oh, we also should probably empty this out. So, yeah, priority low. We'll just dump it over here. Dumping zone. Toxic waste pack. Critical. Start got an inspired creativity. All right, hopefully we can get home in time, and maybe we can use some of that marble to make a neat statue. All right, please empty all that toxic waste, team. Sooner rather than later would be preferable. You guys are not having a party, are you? No, we're just doing chess again. What? Okay, what is up with my schedule? I guess that's fine. Let's do a little more work here. I think we're running a lot of rec time there. Still do not have a site to raid. Come on, game. Come on. Give me a wood chopping site or a food site. Either one would be fine. I very, very strongly would like to stay on the planet until that happens. In addition to just being good for us, we also get development points for doing those raids. So those are some kind of easy dev points. Okay, 2 more stacks of chem fuel and at least that'll be full. All right, Star, you working? She is. Well, if nothing else, at least it's relatively easy to get all that stock back up. And hey, a couple free herbal meds in the mix for it too. As much as I don't like the insects, this is kind of a cool map. I didn't have the insect tunnels. Neat to see the fertile soil along the riverbank. I like this new map gens that they're doing. This is not modded stuff. You used to have to mod to get things like this. Okay, good. We put the toxic waste out by the horses. Excellent. All right. I know you love staring at her while she sleeps, but please go on recharge duty. No, in the ship, not out of the ship. Don't want to launch and leave you behind. Sweepy just doing his thing. Okay, also while we're here, just to check, there's no plas steel, right? Nope. No plas steel. That's unfortunate. Alright, what are we working on today, Rowan? Okay, instead of that, could you let Scar do this? So I want you to not do refine that time. Yeah, construct and deconstruct and repair. Higher. I'll let him finish what he's working on, but he could be doing the deconstruct things, whereas Scar could be doing the refinery things. Okay, a little bit of rec time. Star, not ruin. Ruin, there you go. Okay, good. There we are. I'd love it if we could get these back in time, but we may end up on the surface a little longer than I wanted. Now, another option would be we could leave like a couple people here and either the little ship, or we could build some drop pods and we could drop pod home whenever we wanted to. Inspired trade. All right. Again, just kind of like whatever on that. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to bother bringing the steel slag. Well, I say that. Maybe we should bring the steel slag back with us. Can I put slag on this? It says I can. Sure, why not? Do it. We'll see if they actually go collect that. I'm not sure they will. Just anything that helps get that steel numbers up. Okay, almost all the northern trees have been chopped. Okay, I think I'm going to add wood to this one too. Yeah, we definitely need a couple more crewmates. One more for a full crew here, and then a couple to stay at home at bare minimum. It's going to be really hard to make the asteroid self-sufficient. What we would kind of need is an anomaly, because we could do bioferrite out of an anomaly, and all we need to keep an anomaly is, I mean, technically just a little bit of power. That would give us a metal source, because otherwise we're never going to have self-sufficiency, so we're just never going to have enough metal. Raid Petra's moons. We're going to prepare for a while. On my base. All right, I think we're heading home. Grab that steel, and then let's go. All right, Holly, stay on the ship. Stay on the ship. All right, launch. We're gonna go. Begin. That's really unfortunate. I knew that was kind of have a chance to be the case, but I'm sad nonetheless. Okay, everyone is on the ship. Okay. And we're gonna head home next. Don't tell me we're having problems with the distance here. You next. Not enough fuel. What are you saying? What do you mean not enough fuel? I most definitely have enough fuel. Okay, that's very strange to me that we were able to get here with this amount of fuel, but we can't return. All right, go move that. Build me a copy of that. That was definitely not what I wanted to be doing with this metal. All right, and then like everybody, I make you refuel. Maintaining. Maintaining. Is it that? All right, fill it up, people. Fill it up. Let's go. They're beginning their assault. They're gonna mess up my stuff. All right, let's see if that's enough. Launch. Begin. Get on the ship, everybody. Okay. Here, next. Beyond maximum range. Excuse me? Okay, that's a little weird. So we were able to go from here to where we're at, and it was in range with a broken engine. We fixed the engine and we can't make it back. Okay, well that's gonna be really annoying. All right, new plan. Passenger shuttle. Set to load. Give me ruin and mods. Accept. All right, you launch. We're even further out of range. Well, diddly darn it. That is not cool. Okay, so we need to remember, if we land near the outskirts of our range, we can't take off and get back to where we came from. None of my engines are broken either. Unless the weight of the ship changed, and that matters. I would be pretty shocked if that was the case, in all honesty. All right, so you launch. You guys need to get out of the ship. Get out of the ship. All right. We're not going to be able to make it back there now, but we need to move closer either way, so. Time out. Nope. I see somebody got outside the ship. These darn bots, man. You, get in the ship. All right, third time's a charm. Well, you know what? We're still fueling. Maybe? That was a different air than we had last time, though, so I can't imagine that's the case. All right, let's try it. Watch. Begin. Painful lesson to be learned. Hi. You next. We cannot reach it. That is really dumb. Okay, so we could either land at an asteroid up here. It's vac stones and compacting machinery. It's gonna cost me 1200 chem fuel though, and one of the points of doing this was to get more chem fuel. So I think we're just gonna have to take a point down here. So kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, frankly. We'll go here. Go. So we'll land, we'll refuel, and then we'll have to get back up. Yeah, that is really annoying. I think the way to do this in the future, until we can extend the range of our grav ship, is we'll probably want to establish a ground base and then use the shuttle / drop pods to go back and forth. And that'll give me a surface presence, which will hopefully generate some raid targets. Yeah, zoom here. Where are we gonna land? I don't think I care really. We're just landing. We're gonna not stay, so that's fine. All right, and you guys are free. And I'm gonna immediately want to orders, chop a bunch more wood, harvest a bunch more stuff. Got any steel while I'm here? I guess I could just search it up. Too used to having to manually search for steel. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right, well, if nothing else, at least there's a little more steel here. There's some closer stuff. All right, enjoy. Use up all the fuel that we had pre-made. Oh, that hurts so much. That hurts so much. Ouch. Critical alert fire. Yeah, what are you guys doing? Oh, very cool. Very cool. You just wrecked the place. And the telescope. Okay, you guys could literally just steal something expensive and then leave. Yeah, I hope you die. I hope you just literally die in here. They're gonna overheat. Yeah, enjoy. Enjoy. Yeah, thanks for breaking my really expensive stuff. Very cool. Yeah. We're not going to be able to leave this place alone like this. This is obviously not going to be sustainable. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. So you broke that door. You walked through the vac. That makes sense, I guess. Ouch. We're not going to be able to afford to rebuild the research stuff at this moment. A leathery stranger. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do leathery stranger stuff. Optimist, perfect memory, industrious. Does have some okay skills. In fact, has suspiciously high skills, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's a royal tribute collector. I'm not much I can do about that. All right, what's our cooldown here? 15 hours. Yeah, what a absolute failure there. I'm kind of annoyed that like we can fly down to one location and we can't fly back even with the same or more fuel. Hard lesson there, I guess. Also, we didn't get a raid location to generate. We may have to even just take that out of our ideology. I don't know what to do on that. I guess we could do the maintain surface base thing, but yeah, that feels gross. That's not what I want to do. All right, at least we're able to recharge that, and the extra steel will help a little bit. Still painful. Limestone, sure, if we have room. We are going to be filled up here pretty soon. And by pretty soon, I mean we are filled up, basically. All right, let's wait for this to get filled, and then we're going to get out of here, too. Yeah, I guess as annoying as it is, like I said, lessons learned. Sometimes you just need to play through something to learn things like that, because I never would have guessed the distance thing. Okay, 7 stacks. We may be able to finish this up tomorrow and get out of here. Yeah, we're ready to launch already. Well, you can definitely just zip around pretty quickly, can't you? There's probably upgrades that make your engine recharge faster, too. Yeah, get that done. Alyssa departure? Yeah, not interested in leathery stranger issues. We did our time in Anomaly. Alright, 3 more stacks to go. Bring in some change. Has anyone else been playing any more Odyssey, out of curiosity? I know a couple of people said they were doing playthroughs. Definitely seems like Odyssey launched a lot smoother than Anomaly and even Biotech. Both of those had some pretty large and I want to say more than one update patches. Like they usually do one really big one with like an immediate like refinement of mechanics, and then depending on what is working isn't a couple extras. But did we even get a big patch on this one? I want to say we just got a couple bug fix patches. So not too long on that at least. Looks good, but you haven't bought any Rimworld DLC? I mean, the base game's totally playable. You definitely layer a lot of mechanics by adding the DLCs. Hey, I think you're caught up now, aren't you? Yes, Kami. But at the beginning, I had Anomaly on just like the light version, and it was still completely overpowering our playthrough. The second I turned it off, all of a sudden we actually had time to do Odyssey. So that was a little bit of an annoyance. Okay, one more go here, I think. All right, well, if nothing else, at least we got the steel. And you know what? We may transfer this over too. We don't really need this on the ship. I don't think we're gonna leave home with nobody there again. We paid greatly for that. What they wrecked inside there is very expensive. I guess the funny thing is that they literally just died doing it. Like, you could have just taken some valuables and left, or moved in. You didn't have to wreck it and burn it down. Cosmic space horror parts. Yeah, I know. That was my thought. Like, I want, like, how about some zombies? How about the creepy stranger? Like things like that. The distress call's a pretty decent one. But like, if we got one of the monoliths, that would probably be GG because I wouldn't be prepared for it. Or the sphere or the darkness. Like, we would probably just die. Like, I feel like it should only be like the minor anomaly events or something. Okay, are you dropping on the ground? He is. Okay, we can get out of here. Let's launch. Begin. And let's make sure everyone's aboard. You, get aboard. Cannot go here. We'll just get there. I have to wait for her to get in range. Get on board before she gets out of range. All right. Back to the base. Very hard lesson learned. Orbital, yeah, that's fine. Orbital locations are dangerous. You don't have to tell me about that. Lesson learned. I guess another thing would be if we got some more upgrades for our ship so we could just fly further. That'd be another way to help. All right, and oh, you're not gonna give me my I was hoping I could see where my umbilical is. Okay, well, let me land there, so I assume we must have landed here. I hope that's the case. At least they didn't blow up my anchor, I suppose. That would have been really annoying, because that was stupid expensive. Alright, everyone's free. Let's make sure the power actually hooked back up. It did. They sigh. Alright. Like I said, we're not going to be able to afford to fix this, so this is going to be kind of a bummer. 10 components? I feel like I just don't even have a choice on that. And then what else did you break? It wasn't an assembly bench. It wasn't a machining table. It was a fab bench. Yeah, just do it. And then what else? The multi-analyzer. And we don't have the 50 plasteel for it. Not even close. All right, and here they just blew up a normal wall. So structure, I guess if I'm replacing it anyways, we might as well do it in heavy. Backstone here. They destroyed the art room. Wow. Barbarians. I was trying to figure out where the heck my art stuff was. Okay, you have to be made out of wood, basically. And an art bench. I can make that out of steel. I think we're going to build a different storage thing in here this time. Or at least we're going to do it differently. So I want a large stone pile out of vac-stone. And we're just going to store vac-stone blocks. Stream lagging for anyone else? I don't believe that's me for once. It's been on good behavior at the moment. And hi, good evening, one basilisk. Good to have you. Can the scanner, the mineral one, reveal raid sites? I don't believe so. I don't think that's a thing there. I can't believe those idiots killed themselves too. Am I playing any Dom 6 tonight? No, definitely not tonight. Dom 6 streams are always going to be Friday. Unless something very drastic happened and just like prevented me from doing a Friday. And I would probably put it on the weekend. I just came off of my summer schedule. I'm back at my full-time job. So The 6 p.m. start time will be kind of the regular weekday stream time. It's literally as soon as I get home from work, basically. I rush home, I eat something, and then I go live. And for Dominions, I mean, that can be 8-10 hours on a misery stream, so I need to do those on Fridays. Yeah, Picone should be a pretty fun one. It also could be another misery one too, though, so we'll see. We'll see on that one. Okay, getting things together. Let's immediately add a bill, a small sculpture, details, stone blocks. Did we get enough marble? We sure did. 50. We can make 4 of those. So clear all marble. Let's actually make 4. You know, man, thank goodness they didn't go for my battery room. Holy moly, that would have been annoying. Okay, this also really needs to get done. Like, really needs to get done. Man, I also didn't get to make any of the ship changes I wanted to make. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one here. So deconstruct this. Let's just put in a steel door there. And on this side, I'm just gonna have to move the vac door over here. Major annoyance, but I'm gonna have to be able to get outside and do that maintenance. Yeah, I was hoping we could change this up while we were on the ground, but did not work out that way. They also blew up my turret. Man, do you guys remember when turrets used to be good? Also when I didn't lag when I was clicking. Alright, and they destroyed the armchair. You've got to be kidding me. Pirates, am I right? Bloody pirates! Alright, and we did nab a refinery. I think we'll just stuff it in here for now. That's fine. They blew up my light. Man, these guys were just absolute jerks. This is just uncalled for. No longer inspired. Did she finish the piece? She did. An excellent sculpture. This carving illustrates a rabbit covered in intestines eating a turnip. All right, a little dark. A little dark. Maybe we keep that in here to inspire you. All right, you, bills, add bill. Oh no, you're not the smelter, you're the refiner. I don't need both of these running at the same time. Let's turn you off for the time being. Smelter is what I needed. It's all right though. I still want that here anyways. Not a fueled smelter. I want an electric. Cremator, new. I wish they would put them next to each other. Electric smelter, there you are. All right, we'll drop you in here. Bad temperature. Yeah, that is out in vacuum, isn't it? All right, Ruin, can I get you to repair this? Not in home area. True. True. That is a true statement. It is not in the home area. I can't believe they also broke the telescope. Grade A jerks here. Just absolute jerks. Shooting frenzy, a party, royal tribute. Okay. Those are all fine. You, bills, add bill, smelt from slag, do forever. Yeah, because I actually let these break, we're having to actually put components in. Another raid, and this time a mech hive. Okay, slicers and pikemen. Not my favorite, if I'm being honest. Let's move you to here. You've had a lot of success with Enchanted Blood and Undying. I don't remember if it was you or somebody else who posted, but somebody else had mentioned that. I mean, it definitely would be fine for those melee guys. I'll probably stick to one of the ones I showed off in the pregame video. Which one, I'm not 100% certain. Probably the scales heavy one. Alright, everyone get over here. Mox. You guys can go and escort. Alright, yeah, let's slow down time here because I'm getting a little nervous. Star. Ruin, you're probably gonna have to rush out there. Get in here, get over here. You two, get out front. Want to see those grenades? Let's see those grenades. Yeah, there it is. Right. I think we're safe enough to go melee him. Yeah, Persona Sword pretty safe. Yeah, that's exactly what I was worried about. Okay, let the turret die. That's all right. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. You guys just gonna, you know, they're really bunched up. Man, and that I put the explosives in a bad place if that's the case. All right, I think we have to charge this. They're just too juicily stacked up. Yeah, get over there, lickety split, and throw that grenade. Ruin, you know what you need to do. Lucy. Please don't have one of these explode next to them. Please don't have one of these explode next to them. Scar, get in there. Okay, Mox has a shot, Star does not. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, get that, get it, get it. Okay, we'll be all right. Oh, nice, good time for a break. Good time for a break. Gotta go quick here. They're gonna start adapting. Okay, food for thought on that. We definitely don't want those explosives there. I would have preferred to stand over there and fire at them rather than the weird spots I had to go to. Okay. Whew. That could have been infinitesimally worse. That could have been so much worse. Okay, that also means... Was it you? I always forget. Smelt... No. Is it you? I want to take apart those bodies. It's a machining table, isn't it? Did we not bring our machining table? Or they just destroyed it? Probably the second. Alright, where are you? Machining table, drug lab, assembly bench. Machining table. They probably destroyed it. Let's all be honest here. Alright. Power looks like it needs to be extended a little bit higher. Alright, if we're not using you, let's just turn you off to make sure you're not drawing power. Wait a minute. They didn't destroy my smelter. Shoot. Alright, turn you on. Deconstruct it. The downside to having interrupted play sessions. Totally forgot I even had one built. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, that's just late age expansion in general, one basilisk. Especially when it's like, oh, there's a few heavy cav. The few heavy cav is actually like 50 heavy knights. And the same thing happens with crossbows sometimes. It's like a few crossbows. And you go there and there's like 30 of them. Just get absolutely curb stomped. I guess if nothing else, at least we didn't use our external fuel tanks when we came up here. We have that going for us. All right, these need to get moved. I think I'm just gonna move the platforms over here. And to do it, I don't really want to pick up this floor, but let's see if we must target removable floor. Ooh, I can't even remove it. Okay, another good lesson to know. I was gonna pick this up and move it so we could do that, but I guess I can't. Oh, and I didn't even notice you guys got hurt. Man, we really need to do something about Ruin's eyes. He is just building up scars on both of both eyes. That is like not helping his situation at all. Okay, and then structure, give me a steel door on the barracks. I don't love this situation, but at least this way I can get outside and repair the main engines if I can't get to the other ones. Okay. And if nothing else, we did come back with a lot of steel. We have that. 15 plas steel. You know what? I think I'm going to invest it in the grab plates. I'm a little annoyed by that because we lost our multi-analyzer, so we're not going to be able to do a lot of research. Back to what can we do? Okay. We'll do wake up, I guess. That doesn't need a multi-analyzer. Okay, Scar, what happened to you? Just building up a few extra scars. Okay, no problems. I cannot believe he has not had parts of his body chopped off. I really cannot believe that. Okay, with some of our steel, or I guess we could use the wood too. We did bring back a lot of wood. Let's do some dining table chairs. Right now we have 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do 8 because it'll look nice. All right, and then here, storage, critical, meat. And by meat, I don't want no human meat. Human failed while constructing. Don't love that. No insect meat. Over here, you can have veggies and animal products. And over here, you can have veggies and animal products. Vertical. Vertical. And it looks like we've smoothed the walls to the point that I can get power down here. Let's run it this way. I'll probably double up. And by that, I mean I'll bring power in both directions, just in case something gets popped. All right, now turn on the vac door. That'll turn on the nutrient paste dispenser. Structure, smooth wall. I think I didn't fill that in because I thought we might use room down here, so I guess I won't fiddle with that. We're gonna need a light in here. Some furniture. I guess that feels all right. We're gonna probably offload some of the stuff that we're using in here into here, and then we'll have to rebuild stuff on the ship. I would like to transition to this being the main living area, not the ship itself. Orbital trade beacon. So this was supposed to be a storage room. There's nothing really even to bother trading at the moment, so maybe I just don't even fiddle with that. Limestone, marble, a little bit of slate, and then just a bajillion vaxstone. Yep, not surprised. Okay, machining table. Hey, it remembered my recipes at least. All right, shred those mechanoids, please. Maybe we can get enough plasteel out of that. Maybe. Although it looks like we might also be out of components. No, we have 20. Not wonderful, but we have some at least. This, kind of want to build a box for storing steel. Maybe I just let that go. A raid plan opportunity. Okay. Wake up production research is done. Let's research glow juice. All right, let's have our party. Begin the raid plan. Ruin will give the speech. Is it better 36 if we did it in here? We're not even able to start it in here. All right, moot point then. All right, let's give it a try. It's not gonna be a very good one, unfortunately. At least we have the space, I guess? Come on, lucky raid plan, maybe? Hey, there we go. A fun raid plan. All right, at least we enjoyed that. We got really lucky on that. Okay, we got a light in here. Okay, I don't think I really want to dismantle our medical apparatus from here. I think we are going to build new stuff. So if I was to build a copy of you, let's say I put it right here. Steel and components, that's fine. And then build a copy of medical beds. Steel and components, we're going to run out right there. So here, bills. Make the gravlite panels. Make component. Make me like 20. That's gonna be really, really rough on the old steel reserves. Okay, good to see people using the room. For now, let's go in here and make that not a gather spot. So they're still allowed to eat in here if they want, that's fine. Ruin has created a masterwork hospital bed. Boom. For anyone who doesn't know, bed stats actually matter quite a bit. So like here, successful surgery chance, 99%. I think that's maximum. I think you always have a 1%er. Immunity speed gain, 113%. Rest effectiveness, 125. Medical tend quality, 17%. We're also going to need a light in here. Let's do that. There. Okay, and then we have an ancient cryo sleep. That's fine, I guess. Let's add... I built this with the thought that there'll be a second set of beds over here, so let's respect that. We'll put the medical storage down here. Or it could go here for now, or it could go here. Let's put it there. It's closest to the door in case I need to run in here and grab some meds or something. Yeah, I'm very much disliking that she's doing all this construction work. I think I'm going to pull her back for the moment. Yeah, she does need to get some skill, but I don't want her making, like, say, hospital beds. Excellent hospital bed. Come on, Ruin. Come on, give me another good one. Another excellent. Pretty happy with that. Okay, hospitals, check. Now I'm trying to remember. We said we needed... It was either 3 or 4 hydroponics to make enough rice to feed nutrient paste to 1 person. Let's say it's 3. If it's 3, then we would need 15. And I currently have 6. So I would need 9 more hydroponics. We don't have enough components. Okay, we just need to let that happen. Did we get the grav plates? Not enough stored. I think we have enough grav plates. Let's find out. Like I said, I want to move these over here where I can get to them and repair them. So we'll have to add another door over here. He just hasn't got around to making those yet, I guess. Poor Ruin. I should have known better, because I do know better. I should not have had construction and crafting on the same person. He is such a busy, busy boy. All right, Lucy, you're saying you have nothing to do. Let's get you working on the next hallway at least. And I think this was... That's gonna be a rec room, so this must be our... What was this? Ideology room? Craft room? Research room. It was our research room. Yeah, go ahead and get me a door in there. Star's heading to bed, that's fine. Alright, we seem to be done building actual buildings at the moment. I'll let her go back and do some more construction if she has nothing else to do. And she will have something to do because then we will do... Do we smooth the floor or do we tile it? If I tile it, it's going to be out of vac stone, and I think smooth is probably better. So smooth terrain. For the whole room. Make this really nice. Having a nice dining room / rec room makes a big, big difference. All right, and we also have the rec room itself. Maybe we could add some more recreation. So a billiards table can be kind of nice, although we're already out of wood. I think we just chem fuel. What's it? Heck, where did all my wood go? I think I actually converted it all. Yeah, that's all right. All right, raid Murdung Mech Hive. Oh boy, another mech hive. I guess they're delivering steel. Okay, so they're gathering up. So we have some lancers this time. That's dangerous, man. That's really dangerous. And of course, Tweedledee and Tweedledum are not recharged. They're not even going to be useful in this fight. This is going to be really dangerous, actually. I need to get that gold meteorite mined and out of my way. At least it's steel, I guess. And you're good to go. Now let's set this up to be mined. Alright, everyone get in here. Mox, very defensive position. Star, very defensive position. Over there. Ruin, way down here. Lucy. Scar. Yeah, I'm happy for those guys to shoot over there for the time being. Oh, that's a waste. Although, again, we may have to end up fighting down here, so maybe it's not a waste. That does bunch them up nicely, doesn't it? So we should put some IEDs over here. Come on in, Scyther. Come on in. Dang. Boo. Alright, now are they going to be able to shoot me? Okay, good. We can shoot back. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Why don't you pull back here for a second? Apparently we just need to take cover for a hot second. Alright, Mox. 10 to star. How bad is your hit? Of course you're fine. Although you're very cold. Gotta wait for this bleed to get tinted. Everyone be careful. Okay, we're good. Mox, get in here. I think we are gonna turn on the dumb ones. I'm very nervous about that. Alright. Let's do it, boys. Let's do it. Oh, that no good. That no good at all. Equip those EMP grenades. Those lancers, man. Do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run. This is bad. This is really bad. I also wish I had search and destroy. Search and destroy lets you set it up so that they'll start auto-targeting people in melee, rather than just stand there after he kills his target. We are getting shredded by that guy. Alright, keep doing that. Alright, are you dying? No, you're just down. Alright, I don't even think I want those two to stop shooting. I'm that worried. 6 hours, come on, come on, get in there. Don't let him get a shot off. They're starting to adapt really badly, and he's down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man, I hate mechanoids. I think we're gonna lose to the mechanoids. Alright, you two. Get out here and draw some fire for a second. Alright, how bad are you? 5 hours. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, you are 51%. You're down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ugh, Lancers. Death by Lancer. 5 hours. And another one's down. We still have 3 Lancers, though. They're fighting at optimal range at the moment, so having them move closer doesn't help me. We just literally have to hope we outfire them. And, like... we make the rescue run. 1 hour. Alright, let's try. Let's try. I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it at all. Oh no. We were so close though. Come on. No, that's not gonna work. I need you to tend her right now. Give me furniture, sleeping spot. It's a medical sleeping spot. Tend. Tend with it. Okay, you. Come here. Without medicine. And you're down. This Lancer, man. We may be done. We may be done. Come on, Star. Come on, Star. You can do this. He has so much HP. 4 hours. Okay, Mox is at least able to crawl. I don't think she's gonna make it either. Lucy's down. We got him. Okay. 2 hours, 3 hours. I need you to tend to Mox. We gotta get enough bleeding slowed down that she just doesn't insta-die here. What's your time? 3 hours. Time is moving quickly. All right, did we buy her enough time? 2 hours. 3 hours. Okay, we probably can't wait anymore. What just happened? Vacuum exposure's fine. Okay, 3 hours. 2 hours. Okay, we gotta shift focus here for a second. Tend to ruin. See if you can stop the bleeding. All we gotta do is slow it down a little bit, and she's down. Oh, death via mechanoid. This is not an uncommon event for me, unfortunately. Ouch. And everyone has died. And thus ends the aspirations of our heartless crew. Very interesting. I definitely learned a lot here. Living on the asteroid, actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And we were pretty darn prepped for this. Even more steel was kind of the lesson I learned from that. So we brought up about 2,000 steel or something. I think if I did this again with kind of a similar thing, I think like 5,000 steel would probably need to be in my first trip, and probably some more fuel too. Also, I think we need to think very carefully about ideology. I like the theme of this a lot, but the raider's just not going to work if they won't give you raid sites in space and they won't generate them on the planet. I didn't think that they would stop generating them on the planet, so I figured we'd be able to take our shuttle down to like raid a woodcutting and raid a hunting site and raid a farm. So that's a little annoying. I might see if somebody has made a mod that changes that, because I mean, who doesn't want to be a space pirate? That's kind of annoying there. Rip to the crew. Yep, rip to the crew indeed. Hey, we fought to the end. You know, no cowards in this crew. Lancers though. The Lancers are what did that. We just had that other raid and we made it through barely scratched, I would say. It probably didn't help that Ruin was already running that really bad eyesight. Not the worst for melee, but it's also not helping. We also had some vac suits here instead of marine armor. And at this point in the game, with the amount of wealth I had, I mean, this was not, for me, not an easy raid. What did we have? We had 3 pikemen, 6 lancers, and I think 2 or 3 scythers. The lancers are what did it though. Those hits were just cutting through my vac suits like butter. Absolutely ripping on that. Little disappointing there. I do like the idea of the space base though. And I do have an idea for another run. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna play not Jedi that live on like an asteroid, and we're gonna build a giant temple around one of the trees. And I'll probably go fetch myself an anima tree, and we'll do like a tribal space Jedi run somehow. I think I have mods that would let me do that and work okay. We wouldn't have to be tribal. We'd just have to do the tree worship thing. So that could be fun for another run. But either way, good entrance to Odyssey. Ironically enough, one of my big takeaways is I still don't like Anomaly. I still really don't like it. I liked the light part of it, but man, those events are just so annoying and overpowered. I wish I had turned it off earlier in the playthrough so we could have had more time working on actually Odyssey stuff. So yeah, rip crew, Ruin, Star, Mox, Hero, Scar, Lucy, the unnamed other people who got killed or kidnapped throughout the playthrough. It was good knowing you. You had a good run. I still really like Wasters also, like my favorite biotype by far. I think they're just so ridiculously good. When your downside is, oh darn, I have to use drugs that make me better, that's not really much of a downside in my opinion. Okay, well, I guess we have a really short one tonight. I don't think I'm gonna roll up anything new or anything like that. So my plan is we will be back on Friday with Dominions. There is a members first video up for Timberborn at the moment, and that'll come out for everybody tomorrow at the regular 8:15 time. So if you want to see some Timberborn, check that out. In fact, I might even just record a second episode of that tonight, since apparently I'm gonna have a little bit of time. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out for Rimworld. Sorry for a kind of abrupt end, but I'm not gonna save scum that. Very disappointed. This was obviously not enough defense for what we were fighting. Maybe I should have just called it sooner and fallen back and forced them to move closer. So I didn't play this great either. So is what it is. All right, GG guys. New stuff coming in the nearish future. I'm not 100% certain what our next stream game is going to be. It is probably going to be Dustland Delivery. That's what I'm currently thinking. But I reserve the right to switch up and change my mind on that. Okay, if you don't mind, I am going to throw an ad on at the very end here if you want to hang out for a second and give me a couple pennies. Otherwise, leave a like, rip for the crew. If you're not currently a subscriber, I hope my perseverance has earned your subscription. If you want to go above and beyond, of course, you can always leave a super thanks on a video, super chat while I'm live, or consider becoming a member or patron of the channel. All right, guys, I guess I'm taking an early evening tonight. Have a good one. I'll see you on Friday. Babble out.